If you have an Exchange EDB file and you want to convert that to PST, you already know that it's not that simple, especially when Exchange is not available or you want to do it quickly. Now, I'm going to walk you through to the process of converting EDB to PST using a tool, which is pretty straightforward and pretty simple. So let's open the tool and let me walk you through to the whole process. Now, I am on the product page of this tool, which is basically a stellar converter for EDB to convert EDB to PST. This tool converts your large EDB files into PST, so there is no file size limitation. You can export offline EDB files and public folders to live Exchange server or Microsoft 365. You can process up to 8 mailboxes simultaneously using parallel processing techniques. Now, there are number of other features for this tool which you can actually scroll down and read about, such as migrating offline large EDB to PST, which we just talked about, faster conversion with parallel processing. You can actually prioritize the mailbox conversion as well. You can pick and choose which mailboxes you want to prioritize, and you can also pick and choose whether you want to convert all the mailboxes or just some certain mailboxes, right? If you scroll down on this page, you will see some additional features for this page. For example, it supports selective mailbox conversion. So, it lets you pick and choose. It also supports archive mailbox conversion as well. You can convert your EDB files to multiple formats, not just PST, but you can convert your files to EML, MSG, HTML, RTF, and PDF formats. You can export mailboxes to public folders on Exchange or Office 365. Now, there are a number of different features that this tool basically offers. And I find it quite useful because being in Microsoft 365 space and being worked in number of migrations, I think this tool really works well. So I would recommend have a look at this tool, give it a go. If you want to try this tool, there is actually a free trial version. So you can download this tool for free. You can run a scan and you can preview your converted mailboxes as PSTs. So I'm going to walk you through to a quick demo of how you can actually use this tool. So let's go and check it out. So this is the default interface for Stellar Converter for EDB. When you open Stellar Converter for EDB, it actually gives you two options. One is for the hosted exchange. The other one is offline EDB. You would use the hosted exchange to convert mailboxes of hosted MS Exchange server to PST. Or you can use the offline EDB version if you already have the EDB file downloaded and you want to convert that to a PST file. Now, in this demo, I'm going to show you how you can actually use the offline EDB file. So I'm going to click on the offline EDB option. And once that happens, obviously, it's just giving me that I can only save 5 more mailboxes. That's just a warning based on my licensed subscription. So I'm just going to click OK on that. And it should then ask me the location of my EDB file. Now, I can browse to the file and I can actually select a location and click on find, and then it will find the EDB file for me. So I'm just going to quickly click on the browse option and I'm going to select the EDB file and click open. Now, once I have the EDB file, it's going to show me the file path and obviously the file size. And I'm going to click next. Now, as soon as I click next, on the left hand side, it actually has shown me that I've got 2 mailboxes in that EDB file. If I expand this file, I can see that there is a calendar, contacts, deleted items, inbox, junk mail, sent items, tasks, pretty much everything is in this mailbox. Now from there, I'll click on Save Mailbox. Once I click on Save Mailbox, it'll give me different options to export or save. Now I can export to Live Exchange. I can export to Microsoft 365. Now to export to Microsoft 365, obviously I'll have to then provide my tenant details and probably provide a consent and then map those mailboxes to the target mailboxes. All right. You can export to in-place archive folder. You can export to a public folder in Exchange. You can export to Microsoft 365 public folder and obviously save as PST. Now, if you want to save these files in other formats, you select this option and from the drop down, you have MSG, EML, RTF, PDF, and HTML formats. It's up to you which format you want to select. Now for this demo, I'm going to select Save as PST because that is what I want to do. And then I'm going to click Next. Now, once I click Next, it's going to ask me for the destination. So I'm happy with this default destination. Another thing is you can actually also apply the filters, right? So during the conversion, if you click on Apply Filters, you can exclude the junk email folders and deleted items folder. I think it's a pretty good idea to exclude the junk and deleted items folders so the process is quick and you don't just carry out the junk, but it's up to you. You can also define a date range, and you can also specify if you want to exclude mailboxes from any senders, you can add them to a list. So you can basically specify senders to be excluded from all mailboxes. So you can do that. In my case, I'm just going to exclude the junk email and deleted items folder. And then I'm going to click next, and then again, okay, so I have this auto split PST file. I basically want to create PST files for each of the mailboxes. So I'll just select auto split PST file option, and I'm going to click OK. Now, once I click OK, it will give me an option to choose the priority of the mailboxes. I only have 2 mailboxes, but you might have a large number of mailboxes. So you can choose the priority of those mailboxes, right? So I'm happy with Alexa as priority 1 and Jack as priority 2. So I'm going to click next. Now, once I click next, this window is basically a status window. It's going to show me which mailboxes are processing right now, what's the status of those mailboxes, and it's also going to give me the progress and the percentage. So at this time, you basically pretty much just relax and wait for this to be processed. This process is pretty fast. As you can see, it's actually recovering different folders and it's already completed Alexa. If I scroll to the right, I can see the progress to 100%. If the processing hasn't started, you have an option to click on the remove. So if you want to exclude any mailboxes from this, to exclude. If you want to stop the process, you can also click on the stop all button and stop the conversions. Right. So in our case, the process is completed successfully. It saved 2 mailboxes. This gives you stats and it just says open containing folder. So I'm going to click on open containing folder. And once I do that, then it's going to show me that these are the 2 PST files that it has converted from EDB. It created a folder with a timestamp, and these are my 2 PST files. Now I can take these 2 PST files and plug it into Outlook or give it to the users as backup to basically just restore their emails. All right, that's it for today. I hope you can now simply convert your EDB files to PST. In the next video, I'll be talking how you can actually export those mailboxes into Microsoft 365. So stay tuned for that video. And if you have any comments or feedback, don't forget to put in the comment section and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.